There once was a man who believed he was doing nothing wrong. He woke up each morning, went through his day, and rested at night. From the outside, his life looked completely normal. He wasn't reckless. He wasn't irresponsible. He wasn't lazy in any obvious way. And yet, year by year, his life felt smaller. He often told himself, "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow felt safe. Tomorrow felt flexible. Tomorrow felt like it would always be there, waiting for him. If something was uncomfortable, he delayed it. If something felt difficult, he postponed it. If something required focus, he simply waited for a better moment. He wasn't avoiding work. You see, he was avoiding discomfort. At first, nothing bad happened. The days passed quietly. Weeks blended into one another. Life just continued. This made the habit invisible. Every morning, he chose what felt easiest. He'd answer messages instead of thinking deeply about a problem. He'd consume information instead of creating something meaningful. He stayed busy, but he rarely moved forward. That busyness gave him a sense of comfort. It made him feel productive without ever demanding real change. When he felt tired, he rested. When he felt bored, he distracted himself. When he felt uncertain, he waited. Waiting became his default response to everything. And slowly, bit by bit, the habit grew stronger. Years passed. Nothing collapsed suddenly. Nothing dramatic happened. But opportunities stopped appearing. His confidence faded quietly. His energy lowered without warning. His ambition softened into a simple desire for comfort. The habit didn't destroy his life loudly. It erased it slowly, piece by piece. One evening, he met someone much older. They sat together, without hurry, without phones, without noise. After a long, quiet pause, the older man asked a simple question. "What do you do when something feels uncomfortable?" The man answered quickly, "I wait until I feel ready." The older man nodded slowly. Then he said something completely unexpected. "That habit costs more than failure." The man was confused. Failure felt dangerous. Mistakes felt painful. Discomfort felt wrong. Waiting, on the other hand, felt safe. The older man continued calmly. Discomfort is the price of growth. Avoiding it is the price of regret. Those words just stayed in the air between them. For the first time, the man began to notice something. Every meaningful change he had avoided, every difficult conversation he had delayed, every important decision he had postponed. None of them had disappeared. They had simply returned. But now they were stronger, heavier, and harder to deal with. He realized his habit wasn't laziness. It was emotional avoidance. And avoidance wears a very friendly face. It says, later. It says, not now. It says, you deserve a rest. And yes, sometimes, rest is necessary. But avoidance feels like rest, even when it isn't. The man remembered all the times he felt that quiet resistance inside him. That moment just before starting something important. The moment before speaking honestly. The moment before choosing effort over comfort. Each time, he had stepped back. Not because he couldn't do it, but because he didn't want to feel uncomfortable. The habit didn't shout. It whispered. It was subtle. He began to see other people more clearly, too. He saw that some people felt uncomfortable, but they moved forward anyway. Others waited for the perfect conditions, for the feeling of readiness. The first group grew. Slowly but surely, the second group stayed right where they were. And then he understood something incredibly important. Discomfort is not a warning sign to stop. It's a direction. It points toward where the growth is. From that day on, he did something small. When something felt slightly uncomfortable, he leaned toward it, not dramatically, not aggressively, just gently. He started the task before he felt ready. He spoke up before the confidence arrived. He chose progress over the familiar feeling of comfort. Life didn't change overnight, but something subtle shifted inside him. Momentum began to build again. His self-respect grew. Clarity followed. The habit that had once quietly stolen his future began to lose its power, not because it disappeared entirely, but because he could finally recognize it for what it was. The most dangerous habits are not the obvious ones. They are the ones that feel reasonable. They feel harmless. They even feel kind. Until years pass, and you realize they have quietly decided your future for you. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more videos on growth and self-awareness. We'll see you in the next one.